Hello everybody, it is the Lawn Gnome, and welcome to the December 2016 Funko Pop update, the final Funko Pop update of the year. So before I continue, I just want to make sure, have you found a comfortable spot in your house or your room or wherever it is that you are today while you're watching this video? Have you got yourself something to eat? Have you got yourself something to drink? Are you good? Are you settled? Good, because we're going to be here for a very, very long time today. I didn't anticipate all of this amazing news that was coming out for you guys this month, but what I also didn't anticipate was the fact that I threw down about $150, $160 on Funko Pops in the past couple of weeks. Yeah, this is definitely a first for me, because there were all of these amazing pop lines that I was very excited for. There were some that I actually had to think really hard about if I really wanted to go out and get them, but, you know, I was thinking, and I was thinking, and I was thinking, and I finally came to a decision. I was just like, yeah, let's get them all. Let's just go and do whatever we can to get all of these amazing new pops that I plan to showcase to you guys at some point in time. But there are definitely going to be a lot to show to you guys today. Yeah, so not only do we have a lot of news, I've got a lot of new pops to show you. So before we get into all of that news, let's take a look at how my collection has been growing. So as I said, everybody, just get yourselves a snack and get comfortable, because we're going to be here a while. The first of a lot of pops that I want to show you guys in regards to additions to my collection is one that I just picked up the other day, right around Thanksgiving time and Black Friday. I have a couple of video game ones, and I'm a big fan of the video games line, even though I don't intend on collecting all of them, but when it comes to retro gaming, I am on board 100%, and when I found out that Q*bert was going to be coming out as a pop, even though I wasn't a fan of the Pac-Man ones, but I was a big fan of the Mega Man ones, I had to get Q*bert because Q*bert holds such a special place in my heart, and not as much as Pac-Man does, even though I have a ton of respect for it. But Q*bert is probably one of the most basic pops you could possibly get. It literally is just an orange piece of vinyl. That's all it is, with just two black eyes and a little bit of brownish in the nozzle that is his nose. But I personally think that this is a very cute pop. I think that there is nothing wrong with it. I love the little expression on him, because even though he is just a stupid little orange creature, he has so much emotion, especially considering the fact that he is one of the very first video game characters that actually curses, but you don't actually hear it, you see it. But it's pretty basic. It looks pretty much like him in pop form, as if he had just come out from the video game. And I also love the box, because the box has all the little cubes, and on the back you have more of the characters, as well as Q*bert swearing, of course. But is this going to be a big line in regards to more Q*bert characters? I am going to probably say no, because if they were going to do that, they would have made all of those characters already. But all I will say is, knowing that a classic video game character such as Q*bert just shows me that Funko loves to really reach out to so many different fans out there, no matter what their age is. And Q*bert is definitely one that I am proud to have in my collection. So the second pop I want to talk about was one that I am just so happy to own. I may not have a Jets pop, and I may have not caught on to the NBA line because I wasn't collecting Funko Pops at the time, but knowing that the NHL line, which was a dream come true of mine, finally came to be, I was glad to know that one of the greatest players on my favorite team, the New York Rangers, was going to be given a pop. And that, of course, is still our greatest goalie right now in the net, Henrik Lundqvist, the goalie for the New York Rangers, and it is an awesome pop. The details on this pop are incredible, not to mention the box itself, but we'll take a look at the pop first. First of all, I have seen many interviews of Henrik Lundqvist, and I love how they capture the full head of brown hair and the 5 o'clock shadow on his face, because he always has that, no matter where he is or where he is interviewing. And I also love all the details on the hockey gear and uniform. The details on the jersey in the front, you've got the Rangers logo going across the shirt diagonally, but when you take a really good look, you have the NHL official logo inside the red part of the jersey. And you've also got great detail on the hockey stick, because obviously he's a goalie, the hockey mitt, front and back, as well as his wrist guard for his hockey stick, as well as the skates. I didn't know how he was actually going to balance, but he actually balances perfectly. And if we turn him around, we've got the number on the sleeve on one side as well as on the other side, and then you get a better look at behind. You even have the writing on the jersey, the number 30, his name Lundqvist, perfectly, as well as the pants and the back of the skates. So many amazing details in a pop, and when you take a look at the box itself, of course you have the official NHL logo sticker, meaning that this is officially a thing that is endorsed by the NHL. On the back of the box, you have all of the other players that are being featured in this line. And you have so many different ones from so many different teams, but I'm hoping that this is one that's going to catch on, because I know for a solid fact, especially as someone who still is waiting for a pop of his that he wants to collect in the NFL line, there are other players that are definitely worthy of becoming pops from various other hockey teams. So who will we see? What teams will we see? I don't know, but what I am certain of is that I'm glad that one of the players from my team was made first, and this is definitely one of my favorites in my collection right now. So, I had no intentions to actually get any of the Dragon Ball / Dragon Ball Z pops in my collection, but this just shows me how brilliant Funko is in terms of connecting with fans and collectors, because they just managed to bring out some of the most far-fetched things ever. So we're going to take a look at two exclusives, one that's very exclusive and one that's very easy to find. But the first one that we're going to take a look at is the Super Saiyan Trunks, which happens to be a New York Comic-Con limited edition exclusive. I managed to get it at GameStop when it came into retail, and when I first saw the original Trunks, which was the one that I was really interested in, I didn't like the way he looked. It looked so plain and very dull to me, but the Super Saiyan Trunks looks so much better for some strange reason. He's in the same pose, but maybe it's just the details on the Super Saiyan hair, maybe it's just the teal eyes, I don't know what it is, because all the other details are pretty much from the original Trunks, and they're not bad at all. For just some reason, this one looks so much more vibrant, or maybe it's even the fact that it looks like, you know, shaved head on the bottom of the floating hair when he is Super Saiyan. I have no idea, but this is an awesome pop, and I am so happy to have it in my collection. But then we've got probably one of the most far-fetched concepts in Dragon Ball Z, and yet it is so not surprising that Funko did this. This is the Hot Topic exclusive Badman Vegeta. There is one episode, ironically it is when Trunks and Vegeta meet, because just in case you don't know, father and son. But Vegeta, of course, is a brave warrior from the Saiyan race, and he finally settles down on Earth, and he takes a shower because Bulma makes him, and she gives him clothes to wear. And it's just this stupidly hilarious reaction that he makes that turns this one specific version of Vegeta into an iconic piece of the entire series.
This is ridiculous! I'm a warrior, not a variety of flower!
Details on this pop are great. I mean, the hair is absolutely amazing, even though there have been so many versions of him already. You've of course got the pink shirt, the yellow pants, and the green shoes with brown laces, and on the back you do have a perfect Badman logo on the back. So it's a very detailed pop, and such a hilarious one to have in my collection. I have no idea how many more of these are going to be made in terms of Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball, but right now I have a total of 5 of these, which was not something that I anticipated, but like I said, Funko just knows how to reach the fans, and these two pops are two perfect examples. The final pops that I want to showcase today, of course, are two Hot Topic exclusives. When it comes to the world of Harry Potter, I had mentioned that this line is going to be huge a long time ago, and I was right. But when it comes to actually skipping Harry Potter in regards to the line, it's something that I really felt I shouldn't do as a true film collector and a fan of the franchise. So I decided to go with whatever exclusive that was interesting that I thought that I could find. And I love the Quidditch Harry and Draco, And of course I had the Hogwarts Express for certain important reasons, but when Fantastic Beasts came out, another skepticism flew over my head. I didn't know if it was something that I was going to invest in, especially since I hadn't seen the movies yet. But I did, and I absolutely loved the movies, and I felt that I had to see if there were any exclusives. So the first one that I want to show you guys, of course, is the iconic Niffler, who everybody loves and everybody wants to own one. And when it comes to the Niffler, there are a lot of exclusives. There's actually a Target exclusive, a regular, and, of course, a flocked from Hot Topic, which is what you see over here. And when it comes to collecting, I always say to people, the flocked ones are the ones you have to get because these are the ones that everybody loves. I mean, can you not resist anything that is just cute and fuzzy? And I love the details on the Niffler. He is definitely very cute. I love how he's got the coins in his pocket, and of course, he is very fuzzy from top to bottom with the little black tufts of fur, and it's just really cute to actually have because he is a very cute character in the film. There's so much to him, even though he doesn't really say anything. It's really more so on his actions. But of course, we also have Eddie Redmayne playing Newt Scamander himself, and the Hot Topic exclusive, even though the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive is pretty darn awesome, I went with the exclusive from Hot Topic, which is Newt Scamander and his Bowtruckle Pickett. And this is a very cute pop because I like the details on him, I like the details on his hair, I like the fact that he's got the wand, and I love the details on his vest. But I think it's Pickett that I really like, and I'm not going to pick him up because of the fact that he does not stand on his own power, and the way that I got him to stand was to just latch him onto Newt's foot. But this is a tiny pop. This is very, very tiny, and I love how much detail is packed into this tiny little piece of vinyl, or if it's not vinyl, if it's different material, I have no idea, because it doesn't feel like vinyl, but it's so cute because he's got the little claws, he's got the little leaves sticking out of his head, and the two tiny eyes, which are done absolutely perfectly, along with his expression, are priceless. I just love the detail on this entire package, and these two pops are fantastic. I don't think there's really any more that I'm going to invest in because I feel that these are the most iconic characters. Will there be more characters that I may be interested when the film franchise expands? Probably. Same thing goes with the Harry Potter line if there are more exclusives, because right now we're on wave 3 and there are so many amazing pops that people are collecting. But we will see as time moves forward, and that concludes all of the pops that I wanted to bring to you guys today. And the craziest thing is there's still more that I haven't shown you yet, but we're gonna have to wait until 2017 when we can finally go through the rest of my collection. But for now, let's get into the pop news. So are you guys still with me? Good, because sit tight, we've got a lot to discuss. So many awesome things in regards to pops. And of course, we're going to start with the specialty series. Now, you know how I've been saying that I'm not really too thrilled about the fact that there's so many Batmans and even some of these old ones that are just being rehashed, but at the same time, now that I really think about it, especially when it comes to the newest of specialty series, Batgirl got a much-deserved makeover, because when you take a look at some of the earlier pops when Funko first started releasing them, the females did not look so female. They looked very blocky and pretty much male pops with breasts, which is a little demeaning if you ask me, but the fact that we're now officially getting a much-deserved makeover for Batgirl, and she's been given her Burnside Street Batgirl, they also had the New York Comic-Con Black Batgirl, but now we've got the classic Batgirl in the classic uniform. Go to your local hobby shop or comic book store to get your hands on this exclusive specialty series pop. And here's an even rarer exclusive. We've got a DJ Sona Concussive from League of Legends. This was actually given out at the League of Legends tournament. I knew that that thing existed, much like other major RPG battling games like Warcraft and StarCraft and Diablo and all that stuff, but apparently this was given out at the convention. I don't know if it was a specific number or if it was given to all the guests, but either way, that was the only place where you could find her. I have no idea if you'll be able to actually find her again, but for now, that's where I know you could find this very, very, very exclusive and unique pop. And of course, we had the Black Friday sales, and we had a lot of very interesting things, and we'll start with GameStop. Apparently, GameStop had a lot of trouble last year with their Black Friday box, but this year there was some improvement. And there was a total of 6. Only one of them is not featured, but the reason why has no reason not to be or to be. And basically, we had 2 versions of Vegeta. We had a gold-plated Yellow Ranger. We also had 3 versions of Mega Man, a classic black and white, a gold Mega Man, but the one that I'm not surprised about is another one with a Robot Master Power, and this is the very first one with Mega Man 2 Robot Master Powers. It is Mega Man with Quick Boomerang, and that of course is the one at the far right in the pink. Walmart had an exclusive box, and included was a new installment of the Batman Imposters series, and this was Killer Croc. I've seen a lot of them. I don't really understand the reason why they did this, but the fact that they did a different one, and this one looks like a very unique version of Batman mixed with a supervillain in his rogues gallery, I especially like the smile. And Hot Topic also had a Black Friday box. It was a very Halloween-themed box, and one that you could get that was the exclusive was an Oogie Boogie with bugs. And this is a good one for a lot of Disney fans who are collecting Pops, because if you didn't get the original green Oogie Boogie, this was a good way to get an Oogie Boogie for your collection. And Hot Topic also had what I thought was a very interesting thing. It was a gold-plated collector's edition of BB-8 in a glass case. I have a figure print of one of my old World of Warcraft characters in a domed case just like this, so this one definitely is valuable. It sold out online in a matter of seconds. Not surprised. It's definitely a very unique Pop, and I'm wondering if we will get any more of these special gold-plated editions. And the Calendar Store, of all places, is offering a Sailor Moon exclusive. It is a glitter Sailor Moon. So basically, if you haven't gotten a Sailor Moon, and you're not really planning on going after the entire set, I normally like to just go for an exclusive if I'm not collecting many of the set, so you can get a sparkling Sailor Moon. And remember those Power Rangers that we finally received? Well, Funko is also doing fans a favor by re-releasing Pops that are very hard to find these days, so you can actually add them to your collection. And now we get the White Ranger, Red Ranger, and Pink Ranger back, but in action poses. So my question is, are they actually going to release the other Rangers in action poses as well? Time will tell. But I also have a feeling that we're going to be seeing a different kind of Power Ranger Pop line coming, and I think it involves a certain new Power Rangers movie. But let's find out. And FYE is including a brand new exclusive, a Blood Splatter William Wallace, so it was just one in the entire set, the regular Braveheart, but if you want the Blood Splatter, there is nothing wrong with a Blood Splatter. I have a few of them myself, and I love them. And GameStop is also having additional regular exclusive that you can find in your store, except for the one in the upper left, which I want to talk a little bit about. It is Sweet Tooth from Twisted Metal, everyone's favorite evil clown. But my question is, why did they just go with this one? Why didn't they make a Pop ride with him and his spooky ice cream truck? I don't understand why they didn't do that. I'm wondering if they will, but for now, this is definitely a pretty cool Pop. But then, of course, you've got an exclusive Ryu from Street Fighter with a white headband as opposed to a red headband, and we've also got another League of Legends character and a Dishonored character. And we've also got Big E, Xavier Woods, and Kofi Kingston in their own individual boxes. I did show you the New Day Pops in the triple pack from Toys R Us, but now you can get them in different color costumes as well as their own individual boxes. So WWE fans, if you can't find the 3-pack, you can still get these famous faces in wrestling in their own individual boxes. And Toys R Us is also giving us some brand new NFL line exclusives. We've got different variant jerseys, including Ben Roethlisberger in what I like to call the Bumblebee Steelers outfit, and we've also got Aaron Rodgers in an old Packers uniform, which is disgusting in my opinion. I never liked those colors, but I like the fact that they actually are making those specific jersey styles. I'm wondering if we will see more from other sources. But for now, you can find all of these 5 exclusives at Toys R Us. And GameStop is also including Rick and Morty in Doofus Rick and Evil Morty figures. Again, I don't watch this show, so I really have nothing to say about them, but if you're fans and you want to get these unique exclusive Pops at GameStop, that's where you go. And speaking of games, we have new game lines opening up. We've got a game called Witcher, which I have no idea is, so please put your comments in the box below if you can give me some insight as to what this video game line is, but they definitely look cool. The details are fantastic. I especially love the one on the bottom, Triss, wielding a little flame to go along with her flaming red hair. And we've got Resident Evil Pops. Definitely some cool looking pops. I have not played Resident Evil as much as most people, but I do love the franchise, and I actually did enjoy the first two films, starring Mila Jovovich, but these definitely look awesome and very detailed, and there are going to be some exclusive oversized 6-inch pops, and you can get one of them at Target, and you can get one of them at Hot Topic, and the other one, which glows in the dark, it's the Tyrant once again. As you can see, there's two versions of the Tyrant, but the glow-in-the-dark version is a Target exclusive. So Resident Evil fans, you know what to do if you want your Resident Evil Pops. And Blizzard is also offering another Blizzard exclusive. It is a white Ghost Reaper from the game Overwatch. So if you are an Overwatch player, I would like to know a little bit about it because I am a Blizzard fan and I haven't played Overwatch yet. But if you want to get another exclusive from this game, you can get it at Blizzard.com. And now let's take a look at all of the non-exclusives, but there will be some sprinkled in, I'm sure. Of course, Brian Marietta, he loves his Hanna-Barbera. Welcome to Wave 4. We've got chases, and we've got new characters to go with those brand new chases. And we've got Snagglepuss, Wally Gator, Touche Turtle, and Up and Adam, Adamant. But I still want my Jetsons Pops. So the fact that we're still getting all of these awesome Hanna-Barbera characters is still pretty cool either way. And I don't know, guys. I watched the first episode of this show, and I think I lost a few brain cells. But either way, apparently it's very successful on Fox, and that, of course, is the Son of Zorn. You are going to be able to get the regular Zorn as an Hot Topic early release, but there's also going to be two Hot Topic exclusives. Son of Zorn, guys. If you want a Son of Zorn pop, there you go. And let's take a look at the world of music. Guns N' Roses. I love this band, and I love the way these pops look. I am quite surprised that they only made 3, because if they made Axl Rose and Slash, of course that would be pretty cool and just fine, but if they made Duff McKagan, they gotta make the rest of the band, you know what I mean? But I know a lot of people who love Guns N' Roses, and I absolutely love the details, especially the cigarette in Slash's mouth to go along with his Dickensian hat, and the details on the guitar of his and Duff's bass, also pretty cool. Not to mention Axl Rose with the pose on the mic stand with the shades over his bandana. So, Guns N' Roses fans, this is a pretty good line, so go out and get them, and welcome to the jungle with that. And there we go. More Batman, everybody. Too much Batman. But, as you can see, Batman got a little bit of a makeover, especially at the one in the bottom, as I'm showing you right there. But we've also got an Earth 1 Batman and a Super Friends Batman, which I absolutely am smiling just looking at, because the Super Friends, you know, that's Hanna-Barbera, and that's pretty awesome. And I especially love the way his eyes look, because that's exactly how Batman looked in the cartoon. But are we just going to get a Super Friends Batman, or are we going to get other Super Friends? And more Batman. We've got some crazy stuff in regards to Batman. All of these costumes that he had, I didn't even know they existed. But apparently Target has a 4-version Batman grouping of a gold suit Batman, a negative Batman, a polar suit Batman. I don't know, everybody. This is just going completely out of whack for me. I've seen the comic covers, but they still don't make any sense. I mean, this was basically the golden age of comics with the 50s and 60s, where it was just so campy, so I guess this kind of makes sense, but yeah, more Batman pops and crazy, crazy costumes. And more exclusives from Toys R Us. You can get 3 versions of Raven from Teen Titans Go. You already were able to get an orange and a red one, but now you can get a pink, a gray, and a purple one that glows in the dark. And now let's take a look at Marvel. We've got a Jessica Jones line coming out, and a lot of people are kind of not thrilled with the fact that they made her, just because she looks so ordinary and plain. I mean, unless you knew that that was Jessica Jones, you would never guess that it was Jessica Jones. But the one to the right, which is Black Bolt, that's a pretty far-fetched Marvel character that not that many people know about. If you don't know who he is the leader of the Inhumans in the Fantastic Four comics, and he is a very unique character. So the fact that he is getting a pop is pretty awesome. And we've got some Walgreens exclusives. We've got Scarlet Spider, which I'm pretty impressed about. And and we're also getting the brand new Miss Marvel, which a lot of people love because she is in fact a Muslim superhero, so that is definitely a big thing in regards to diversity and moving forward. So if you want to get your hands on some landmark pops, you can definitely find Ms. Marvel and Scarlet Spider over at your local Walgreens. And we've got Logan. Of course, with the new movie coming out, we have to get some new Wolverine / Logan pops in the X-Men line, and I absolutely love the details on these. I love the pose on the Logan with his jacket. I love the way he looks just with the tank top. That is a Hot Topic exclusive, but at Target you can get Weapon X, and I love the hairy chest and legs. It's just like, you know, you get down to the tiny little details and you have to be impressed with the details, not to mention all the colored wires as well as the helmet, which does look very much like the comic book Weapon X. Very accurate. So now let's move on to Star Wars. This is a first, a Disney exclusive, a Disney Star Wars Rogue One 8-pack. These are not exclusive characters. As a matter of fact, you can get these individually, but if you want to just get something completely crazy and go for the 8-pack, why not go and get all 8 of these pops in one pack? It's just pretty interesting to have, something very unique. Very much like my Beatles Yellow Submarine 4-pack with book that I got from Barnes & Noble. And moving on with Star Wars, we've also got 3 exclusives. We've got 2 that are exclusive to Walgreens and 1 that is exclusive to Target. And the Target exclusive is the one in the middle. Anakin Skywalker. Nice to see some of the prequel characters finally coming. We already got Kit Fisto, and we got Plo Koon, and we also got an exclusive Qui-Gon Jinn over at New York Comic Con, but now we've got a Shadow Guard. I have no idea what that is. I don't even remember seeing it in the lore. I don't even think it's a Rogue One. Maybe it's a Force Awakens. I don't know, guys. Let me know which character this is, but I love the General Grievous. I love the 2 lightsabers. I love the skinny body. I wonder if he actually has a stand. I'm not sure, just because of how he's designed, and the details on his face are fantastic, including the 2 big scratches on the left-hand side of his face. So if you like Star Wars, especially if you like the prequels, I have my things to say about the prequels, both good and bad, but it really is cool to finally see some of the characters from the prequel trilogy showing their faces in pop. And the Smuggler's Bounty Box, it's pretty awesome. We got a exclusive Han Solo on a Tauntaun, and that will be coming out in the January box. We don't have any details yet on the Marvel Collector Corps or on the DC Legion of Collectors, but I will definitely get those glams to you as soon as I get some information. And then we've got some exclusive Harry Potters. You've already seen the Hot Topic exclusive of Newt Scamander with Pickett the Bowtruckle, but it literally came out when it got announced. Like, it was a very rapid release. Everybody, the minute we saw that this pop was coming to Hot Topic, he was already on shelves. But this is no surprise. To its left, you've got a double pack of Fred and George Weasley from Books A Million. Kind of makes sense to actually have the 2 of them in a double pack, wouldn't you say? And now let's move on to Disney. Not much Harry Potter this month. I'm really surprised. I mean, we've got so many great ones with Wave 3 and with the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them pops, but Disney's got some really good ones in store. We've got a Dapper Jack Skellington, which I love the look, especially with the very Dickensian hat that he's wearing, but we've also got a Lilo and Stitch 3-pack. You can get Stitch, Scrump, and Angel, and I love the way that they look. I love their poses, and I especially loved Scrump just sitting down there, right in between the 2 of them. I've seen the pack. It's really nice. The colors are great. If you're a fan of Lilo and Stitch, this is definitely a triple pack for you at Hot Topic. And we've got some new Beauty and the Beast ones coming out. They're winter-themed Beauty and the Beast ones, and I love the looks of them. You've got Belle with her hooded cloak on, you've also got Beast with his cloak, and you got the birds all over him, and we've also got a Hot Topic exclusive of Belle with her hood off, holding 2 birds, but I think everyone is excited to know that Gaston will be joining the Funko Pop family, and I love how buff he is, and they got him down perfect all the way to his chin. No one else like Gaston, right? So go out and get these Beauty and the Beast pops, especially that Gaston. And we've got Winnie the Pooh making a comeback. For a while, we only had Winnie the Pooh and Tigger, and at this point in time, they are super rare. If I would have collected pops earlier, I would have gotten a original Winnie the Pooh from Disney Series 3 to give to my fiancé at the time, but now my wife. but now we've got them coming back, and I love the way that these look, and we've got so many more characters. We've got Pooh sitting down with a honey pot. We've got a beautiful looking Piglet. I love the Eeyore, the Roo, and we've also got a Heffalump and a Woozle. I'm wondering if we will see a re-release of Tigger, maybe a Rabbit, maybe Kanga and Christopher Robin, because there's so many other characters in the world of Pooh. We've also got some exclusives. We've got a Barnes & Noble Blue Eeyore. We've got a Barnes & Noble Heffalump with his stripes. We've also got another different colored Heffalump, which will be a chase, but the one that I am excited about is the flocked Winnie the Pooh from Hot Topic. I am definitely going to get my hands on that, and I'm going to get that one for my wife because I think this is a much cuter Pooh, and the fact that he is flocked makes it all the more special. John Wick? Yeah, John Wick is going to become a pop in celebration of the new movie that is coming out in a few months. Keanu Reeves apparently had a major awesome role in this original John Wick film, but now that there is a sequel, why not give him a pop? So you can get the regular John Wick, and you can get a chase version of him as a bloodstained John Wick. And we already have Godzilla, so why not have King Kong as an oversized 6-inch pop? Now, granted, I have no interest in seeing Kong on Skull Island. I would have been even more impressed if they would have done the classic black and white 1933 King Kong, but this is not so bad. I love the details. I love the fact that he's got this horrible grimace on his face, as well as holding a helicopter. So King Kong fans are going to like this either way, because it's King Kong! No matter what movie he's from, to have a King Kong along with your Godzilla is definitely worthy of adding to your collection. And to finish this off, we've got one of the hottest shows from this year. Stranger Things is going to be a pop line, everybody. We've got all of your favorite characters from Will to the Demigorgon, from Barb to Dustin, and these all look beautiful. I love the looks. They've got perfect paint jobs on each and every one of them, especially since I've seen the show. They just got these characters done perfectly, and I especially love the Joyce and the details on the ball of Christmas lights that she is holding. But it's not going to be a great Stranger Things line without Stranger Things exclusives. We've got 2 chases, we've got a Think Geek Upside Down Will, and we've got an Underwater 11 from Hot Topic. So many awesome things from Stranger Things, everybody, and I have a feeling that these are not going to be the only ones that we see. We're going to definitely see an expansion on this series because Stranger Things is just so popular, but is it just me, or if we've got this, can we get some Westworld pops out here, people? I think that would be pretty awesome, too. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. I took a deep breath. I hope that you all enjoyed all of this amazing pop news, and I'm really excited to say that, yeah, we're not done. There's still some awesome news coming, because now we've got the 25 days of Funko Christmas, or whatever Brian Mariotta calls it, so that, of course, is always fun. There's going to be new lines to showcase. There's going to be new rights that have been acquired, and I was hoping to actually get a lot of that to you this month, but they just didn't come out fast enough, so I'm sorry about that, everybody. So you're just going to have to wait till either the end of January or the beginning of February when the first Funko Pop update comes out. But for now, please put your comments in the box below. Let's talk about anything Funko. Let me see some pictures of what you have gotten in regards to your own personal collections. Of course, there's a link to my Twitter feed if you want to send the pictures to me via direct message. But for now, I hope you all have wonderful holidays. I'm hoping that they are filled with Funko Pops, and I will see you guys next year. Actions speak louder than words.